Can I take you back to a question a little while ago about communication and consent in your own practice? How did you record their consent to any form of treatment, but in particular the acupuncture?
Just on my notes, on each time, each day on the notes, just written notes, yeah.
And what form of words do you use? Is it a standard form of words?
Oh, it was just consent was received.
Yeah.
For treatment, but unless we record every single treatment we have with a patient, that those notes have to do as proof. They're going to just have to believe that I did gain consent.
And they will be accepted at any of the investigating process stages in a complaint, but there will be a huge amount of weight added to it if you do the same thing every time on every patient and every appointment. If they see that there are gaps, if you've got a couple of appointments where you haven't mentioned that consent was received, then they'll think, well, hang on, are you really consistent in this? And they will look back over that. They might even look at other treatments, who knows? And it's useful to have a set form of words. I kind of worry sometimes about electronic notes, because on our electronic notes in my own clinic there is a box that you click, a checkbox, where you say consent received. And I think there's probably greater weight in you having specifically written in the notes, and it could be on a computer, it doesn't have to be by hand, but you having specifically written valid consent received or whatever.
Well, as I mentioned, you have to gain consent every single time you pierce someone's skin with an acupuncture needle.
Yeah.
It's not hard to do.
No, it's not. It's not hard to do, and most of us would do it in some form before we do any form of manipulation or other treatment. Is it okay if I do this, that sort of thing? But recording it in the notes, it's got to be there. And as has often been said, you might have to argue a bit if it is in your notes, but if it's not in your notes, the investigators will assume that it did not happen. So
yeah. I mean, it's absolutely critical. You live and die by your notes. It's as straightforward as that.